Easy guys, and welcome back to the lab. Today's experiment picks up where we left off, deeper into Subnautica 2, and for the first time into the graveyard, a murky orange volcanic region. And going off the name alone, not exactly promising. So far I'd only died once. Science naturally demanded more of me.
So in the last episode, just a quick recap, we built our first base here. We got the tadpole going. We've got some solar power here. We have hydroelectric power. We have our repair tool. And we also managed to get the rebreather here as well. But the only thing for now is Noah, the AI, has left us in a bit of a quiet spot. We've just unlocked the volcanic zone, or at least we've got the heat resistance for it. Right now, I think the only thing left to do is go for a bit of an explore and see what we can find in that new heat zone. Although, before I go, it would be worth me checking up, just to see what my food situation is like. It may be worth us just going out for a quick food run. I'm just going to go collect some food. Oh, and we also unlocked some waypoint beacons. That was another big one, so we can actually start mapping the surrounding area a little bit better. You know what would make this quicker is if I actually use the weight maker. There we go. This will help us just catch some fish. Come here, little fishies.
As I caught myself some food for the big adventure ahead, my mind wandered to plans for a second base. My oxygen supply did not appreciate being an afterthought. Hypoxia, in the name of science, of course.
That was close. Totally forgot about my oxygen. Don't do that again. It's actually quite forgiving. Right, okay. Let's get back to base, get this cooked up.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard. Right, food and drink. Cooked half moons in the bag. Now some cooked harvest moons. Some cooked blue moons. And a cooked Geordie. Let's get some food and water in us.
With sustenance secured, something new caught my eye among the base building options.
Whoa, what's this? A nook? When did I unlock this? A small nook with upward viewing window. Ah, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. Floor lockers, yeah, I missed these the last time. 30 storage slots versus 20. Definitely a nice upgrade. But what I'm really looking for, without getting distracted, is the beacon. Oh, we've not made a dive elevator either. Right, that'll do. I've got 1 copper and a titanium, so I can build a waypoint beacon if I wanted to. Let's get in the tadpole and go and have a look at this new zone. So I think I recall it being south. Logic would dictate that that is where a hot zone would be. Let's go and have a look. Massive quality of life upgrade getting this tadpole, I will admit. I've really enjoyed it thus far. Right, now I seem to recall the heat zone being somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. Can't see anything in front of me right now. Here we are, here we are. A bit more volcanic. The coloration, the orange. Ah, no. Is this a dead coral crab? Ah, matey. Actually, what killed the coral crab? These guys are pretty big, right? If there's a predator out here, that might be something to keep our eyes open for. Because, to be honest, I haven't seen anything really big and scary yet. Is it maybe just the heat that's killed them?
Water temperature rising. Hydrothermal vents are a dependable source of minerals and power.
Okay, cool. So now we can use like a hydrothermal energy instead of the hydroelectric. What is that? What is that? Whoa, I have never seen... Are you friendly? What is that? I kind of feel like we should give it a scan. Scan jelly ring. Okay, mate. He didn't seem too aggressive. I'm still a bit wary about whether we can trust him. Who knows? No one's trustworthy down here. There is some rumbly bass all up in this place. Can we get the tadpole through here? Ooh, we're getting warm now, aren't we? 85 degrees? Yeah, it's just all hydrothermal up here, isn't it? Whoa, cool. Did I hear something then? Did I hear a creature of some sort? The fish don't seem to... Oh, it's a marrow breach. Nothing to be scared of, he says. Oh, did someone have a bite out of me then? I'm not sure. Maybe something bit us and I didn't notice. Ow. Yeah, what is... Oh, it's a marrow breach. Yeah, kind of quite hard to tell what's going on. There's no audio cues to tell us that we're going to get attacked. Let me see if I can pick a place just to repair. Whoa, these are cool. Look at that, man. Whoa, is that a jelly ring feeding on some kind of heat geyser? Cool. Now, I'm going to get out. So now we're being attacked by the local nibbler population. You know what? Let's go under one of these arches. I can repair the tadpole in peace. Yeah, try and get me under here, yo. Right, okay. So. Let's repair up. Just exploring around. I have no purpose. But what's this? Is this another part of the wreck? It is. I fit out. What on earth was that? Oh, it's a Marabri. You don't hear them coming. I suppose it's time for me to have a little bit more spatial awareness. The empty hold of the cicada wreck. Well, that doesn't sound promising. It's empty. Is there anything in here that we can see? Let me have a little peek about with my torch. One thing about the repair tool. Can it cut doors open? Let's have a quick look. No, it can't. Always missing something. Is that sulfur? We could do with some sulfur. It was quite difficult for us to find last time because we didn't have access to this zone initially. That's the third piece of sulfur we've found. Now, this seems pretty empty. We're only at about 93 meters depth, so we've got a bit more left in the tadpole, and we've got the rebreather, which will allow us to go a bit deeper. Oh, do I see a current there? A water current. Where's that taking us? Let's just keep looking at this. Oh, hang on. What's that beeping noise? Do I hear it beeping? Ah. What's this? Right. What I am going to do is I'm going to mark this. I know, matey, you're a bit angry. You want some dinner? I'm not that dinner. Ow. What on earth is that, man? A hound go. Ow. Ow. Whoa, man. What is happening? That was a bit crazy. What did that marrow breach do to us then? I've never seen a marrow breach do that before. So the behavior changes. That was pretty insane. Not gonna lie. Now, I thought that might actually go somewhere, but it turns out that's just a hole through the ship. But I can still hear that beeping.
I pressed on with exploration, but somewhere out there, a marrow breach was hunting me, and I hadn't bought a single flare.
This is cool. I'm trying to avoid that marrow breach. I can hear beeping. Got a feeling we can get in here somewhere. Ah, yeah. What's this?
I found Nahima's log, dicing with death in the jaws of a marrow breach, and apparently loving it. Dodging it, she said, felt like winning the most important game she ever played. She even reckoned the marrow breach was enjoying the hunt just as much as she was. Evolution, apparently, built it to enjoy its work. No human has ever felt that way about filing paperwork. She was looking for a way out.
Okay, interesting. The plot thickens. So I am just working my way through here. We've got a few new little updates. Got a circular room of sorts. I need to make sure that I don't get lost in here. There we go. Let's just get up and get some more oxygen in the tadpole. Yeah, interesting. It would be cool to mark this place. Where's the marrow breaches? Okay, let's go up. And what I want to do here is just put a little beacon. And that beacon is going to be called Empty Wreck Fire. So let's keep going. Let's keep looking about. Whoa, what was that? That sounded bigger. Something is definitely ramping up. Whoa. Okay. Let's keep exploring. I don't even know how far to keep exploring because we've heard nothing from Noah. So I could just technically go way too far and find something I really shouldn't. What's down here? Whoa, what is that, man? Something big and creepy be around here, for sure. Oh wow, what's this place? I can see a door over there. Okay, let's keep exploring.
Be alert for a sudden drop in the seafloor.
Whoa, this place is insane. So there's still a bit of a wreck around here. Let's just have a little quick venture into here. Oh, stuff to scan. I like that. Rectangular ceiling light. Cool. New bits and pieces. We could just keep scooting around here. There must be stuff to keep scanning. Scan spotlight, something new. Nice. I'm loving the base stuff thus far. Loads of bits and pieces that we haven't. Oh, scan power cell terminal. What's this? Nice. I've got to keep an eye on my water situation. Small crate unlocked. Wow. All of the unlocks going on. Let's just keep moving around. Keep exploring slowly. Whoa, look at this base. What is this? The tadpole pens. Whoa. I can still hear more bleeping. Oh, this place is big.
She had a Kurotai access key that could get us through this lock. If you find this, we headed due southwest to the hot caves.
What is this? This scout ray chassis. The dedicated core unlocked. Plasteel ingot. Cool, man. Okay, that's a little bit too much heat, I think.
30 seconds.
Yeah, let's get back to the tadpole. Right, I am also getting low on water.
Safe fresh water intake.
Whoa, some scary noises going on around here, isn't there? Right, let's make our way back to the base. I just want to get my water situation taken care of. Next time I'll bring a bit more water. Give the tadpole a quick recharge and think about where we might make a second base, because I think with the kind of distances we've got to travel now, I think it'd be pretty worthwhile. Right, let's repair the tadpole a little bit. Right, and let's get some water. Now, let's have a quick look to see if...
The Noetic advisor has transmitted an alert.
Pod
at your convenience.
And there's Noah. Nice. Okay, let's check that out and see what he wanted us to do. Weird, that little bit of silence, wasn't it? I guess the game just wanted us to go and explore a little more. Now look at these new things that we've unlocked here. Exterior wall light produces a very bright light to provide pioneers with a sense of safety. Nice. Okay, let's have a look through. Floor lockers, yes. Rectangular ceiling light. Wow, there's a lot of stuff to build. And here's more stuff as well, the Scout Ray chassis. It makes it even faster, maximizes acceleration, top speed and turn rate. Wow, so many extra things that we can build here. What to do next? Let's just have a little look at the tadpole upgrade, the Scout Ray chassis. This doesn't really seem to have any downsides. Advanced wiring kit, plasteel ingot, and a dedicated core. Depends if we can build those. Let's pin the recipe and just go and see if we can build it. I'm also not happy with the base situation. It would be nice to upgrade it a little bit, but then there's no point unless we have a good location for it. I am thinking about a base in the tadpole pens, but it might also be worth us checking in with Noah. He might lead us to an even better location, so I'm not sure. Let's go and see Noah.
I jumped in the tadpole and made my way back to the Noetic advisor, hoping he could point me in the right direction.
Hello, Noah. What have you got for us? Zip. Okay. So
location uploaded to PDA.
Okay, so we've got another signal. Looks like a deep one. Interesting that her download was rejected due to extreme viral contamination, and she was reset to an earlier state because colonists previously had been losing their memories. So maybe they just kept being reprinted to an earlier and earlier state, and that's why no one can remember anything. But we will see. So where is this? Empty wreck fire, Cicadia wreck, black box zip. Wow, that does seem quite deep, doesn't it? Now, I also need to find copper, because I'm going to need to make some batteries. It looks like we've got a power cell recharger, but we have no way to recharge batteries. But I live in hope. Ow, let's get out of here. Just nibblers down here, man. Ooh, is that a nice big fat copper node? I'll help myself to that, thanks very much. Wait, can I scan things from inside the tadpole? Oh no, I'm outside the tadpole. Can't tell when I'm in it and when I'm not in it. Let's keep looking for copper. Has anybody seen the copper? Some lead there. We already have a reasonable amount of lead. Got the edge of something here before we get a little deeper. Not sure we're going to go start exploring down there yet. Ah, some more copper. Nice. Nice. Okay, let's get back to base.
I found a new Scout Ray chassis blueprint at the tadpole pens, and started looking over what I'd need to craft it. Turns out I was still short of a few resources.
Lithium, again, something else I just haven't seen, but I'm guessing that volcanic zone is going to be the place that we find it. Right, let's see if we can get close to Zip. It might be a step too far. We need to look for gold as well. That seems to be something that we need for the next phase. So we're just going to have to keep exploring. Now, this is directly underneath us. So how do we make our way down? Over the ramp here? Tailings Village. What? What? What is this? That doesn't look like anything I've seen before. Let's have a little look in here.
There had to be some kind of subterranean access nearby, so I squeezed into a few caves and turned up some new resources.
Lithium. All up in that.
Lithium is useful in manufacturing portable, high-yield power sources.
Nice. Okay, what have we got down here? Oh, thermal plant. We were just talking about this. 1 of 2. Super cool. Okay, now let's get this extra piece of lithium. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, thermal plant. I sense a base forming around here somewhere. Let's just keep having a look around. We were going to see Zip. Zip was much lower than we seem to be able to get access to. Although it gets deeper that way, doesn't it? And now my pockets are full. I'm probably going to have to go back to base. But 170 meters, that's probably right on the limits of what my depth limit is. 250 meters. I don't know how deep we can actually breathe. I mean, we're only 131. I just don't know how to get there. I can hear the base. Whoa. Big old hole in the ground there. Let me get my orientation. Where's the way? Zip. Zip is that way, right? Oh, what is that, man? Is that an old coral crab? What is this place?
Heat warning.
Yeah, man, I know it's hot. The Hot Cave Base Camp. Oh, we're gonna have to check this place out, aren't we? Right. Hang on, folks. Whoa, why am I jittering around? That was crazy. Right.
Getting closer to Zip, I passed a camp on the way. Another Noah node, and another colonist who died down here. She'd been reprinted, but the contamination was irreversible, and she'd lost months of her memory in the process. Turns out 9 other colonists had already been down here hunting for the same black box as me. All 9 had died.
Well, okay. Everyone that goes down to Zip dies. That's reassuring. Okay, so the plot thickens. I'm just gonna do a little food switcheroo here. My pockets are pretty full. Probably isn't the best time to explore. We really need to go back to base. Right. Yeah, let's think about going back to base. One thing I do want to build though is I'm going to get utility beacon. I'm going to build a beacon, and this is going to be set label. We're going to call this the caverns. Right.
Pockets bursting with resources, I decided to head back to base and empty them out.
Right, back to base. Okay, let's give the tadpole a quick recharge. A quick repair, should I say. Let's empty these pockets out. We're still short on gold, so I don't think we can build anything worthwhile.
Trying to stay prepared for anything, placing beacons, running out of food, running out of water, meant I was hauling more and more gear on every adventure, which left precious little room in my pockets for whatever I actually found out there. I really need more inventory space. It was here I made a significant discovery.
Kind of a shame that we can't. Hang on. It's saying attached to hardpoint. I'm kind of sad I've just realized that, but also really happy that I've just realized that. So, wait a second. Enhances agility and speed. Does this attach to a hardpoint also? These upgrades. Dockable via maximizes. It doesn't say. That changes everything. Right. Let's see if I can attach more of these. Portable locker. No, we can't attach more. I was hoping we might be able to. Oh well. Yeah, it's something. It's better than nothing.
Turns out my hunch from the last video was right. You can expand the tadpole's inventory space by attaching a portable locker. This felt like a game changer.
Brilliant. Okay, I think we can head back to those caverns. Where are they? Down there. Okay, off we go. Right, let's get our lights on. Can't see anything. Black box Zip. Where's the caverns though? Over here. Down we go into the depths. This is where we got to last time.
Heat warning.
Yes, it's hot. Let's see if we can just collect some minerals while we're here. Be nice. Never gonna sneer at some copper. Okay, so this is where we got before, the hot cave base camp. Let's just keep going down here a little bit further. There's a lot of dead crabs around. I'm not sure if that's a natural process or whether they've actually been killed by something. These, I presume, are the geothermal vents. Ow. I don't even know if she's in here, to be honest. I'm just having a little look around. Look at all these geothermal vents, though. That's really cool.
Caution. Monitoring 10 colonist black boxes in the cave below. This is a high mortality work site.
Okay, what are these on the wall? It's just bones or something? Where's Zip? I tend to lose the waypoint markers a lot, if I'm honest with you. What's this? I don't think I've seen this before. Oh, it's lithium. Just a bit of lithium. Thank you. Thank you for welcoming me. There's Zip. There she is. She's closer than she seems. Doesn't seem obvious why everybody died yet. Oh. Oh. Well, this is right on the ragged edge, isn't it? Because if I go any further, we're at the edge of what the,
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Yeah, okay. But I can swim further, because we've got the rebreather going on.
I finally reached Zip's black box. Had they gone mad? Zip wanted the whole crew to move in, permanently, to a boiling vent ecosystem, and had apparently been building the pitch for weeks. New flavors from sap that tasted like fermented caramel, food that grows without sunlight, free geothermal power. Even the local predators, Zip insisted, were too scared to come down here. It was, by Zip's own account, a paradise, assuming you don't mind living inside a kettle. Nevertheless, this was the deepest we'd ever been, 300 meters down. Our reward, a blueprint for the thermal plant waiting at the bottom.
Okay, heading back to the tadpole. Let's just get some oxygen. So, let's just back up from here. This was our crush depth for the old tadpole there, 250 meters. There is probably something we can upgrade the tadpole with later. It'll probably have some upgrades for depth, I imagine. I think that was something we found in Subnautica 1, if memory serves. I am looking for gold. So while I'm here, to be honest, I haven't seen any gold yet. Wow, look how it looks when we turn off the lights. Super cool, man. Oh. That was a bit too much heat, wasn't it? So can we even get to this? Might be a step too far. I don't know how much the tadpole can endure either.
This felt like a good time for a science experiment. Did the heat warning damage the tadpole, or did it just damage me? Turns out, me. Sulfur lay all around the volcanic fissures, but I couldn't get close enough to grab any without cooking alive. And to make matters worse, it wasn't even the gold I was after. Sulfur, gold, same periodic table, wrong element entirely.
Right, gold. Where is the gold? We're looking for gold. I don't know if we're going to find any, and that's sulfur. What is this? I haven't actually given this a scan yet. Is it something we're supposed to scan? Gold! You idiot. It's right in front of you. Right.
Gold is a conductive, corrosion-resistant feedstock for advanced electronics.
All inventories are getting full. Right, we're going to have to leave that stuff behind. Let's go back out the way we came, or I think we came out of one of these ways. Feels quite familiar. Whoa, what's this? Colonist bunker, Nahima's lab. Phew, cool. Any stuff to scan? Power cell terminal.
I found another of Sophie's log. She'd asked Nahima what would happen to the ecosystem once the colony started feeding off the land. Nahima's answer, it can't even support itself as is. Everything here survives by eating its own dead.
Okay, let's head back to base. Right, so can I... Yeah, let's take the portable locker. Get everything back in our inventory.
Back at the base, I unloaded my pockets and took a quick look at what the new blueprints had opened up. A thermal plant among them. That was enough to get me thinking about a second base. But as always, a quick experiment was on the horizon.
I'm interested in, let's build a biobed, because I'm wondering if we can teleport between biobeds as like a fast travel. Set reprint point. Customize. Customize here, but can I fast travel at all? No. Okay, doesn't matter.
Sadly, another scientific failure. On to other matters. The new tadpole upgrade needed quartz, so I headed out to farm some.
But where do we find quartz? That's the question. There should be quite a bit still left around. Let me keep having a look. Let's have a look for quartz. Have you got any quartz for us down here? That looks like quartz. Nice. Despite everything, that isn't a lot. Anyway, let's get back to the caverns.
Time for a new base. But on the way to the caverns, more bleeping. There was something to collect.
Roof antenna unlocked. Roof antenna large. Listening dish. Whoa, what's all that? Okay, so this is a good place for gold. Therefore, it might be a good place to have a base. There's plenty of room down here. We could quite easily build something on here, couldn't we? Right, I want some space around this thing because last time we were quite confined for space. I couldn't really expand in many different directions.
Warning. Power offline.
How much space does that give us to park the tadpole? It does give us some. So I'm thinking if we come in through these tunnels, we probably want the hatch on the front. But I also want the moon pool dock on the front.
I set to work building the moon pool, one of the 2 entry points into the new base, then onto the interior.
Let's get some basic storage set up so you come in and straight away you've got access to some storage.
I expanded the walls as needed and started building the cool looking nook I'd spotted in the build menu earlier. That's when the problem surfaced. I was short on resources and I still had a power issue to sort out. So I headed back to the old base, trying to dodge the defensive hammerheads along the way. Maybe, with the new scout ray tadpole, I could finally outrun their charge. Back at the base, I stuffed my pockets with copper and gold, taking full advantage of the portable locker now fixed to the tadpole. Then it was back to the caverns to keep building. Time for the first thermal plant. So far, so good. All I needed now was to transmit that power to the base.
Power connected. All systems online.
I kept expanding the power setup, added a fabricator inside the base, and then it was time for a tadpole dock at the moon pool. But things weren't going to plan.
Build area is obstructed. Build area is obstructed. To say why, though?
I had a sinking feeling I'd built the entire base too low, leaving no clearance to actually launch a tadpole.
Welcome aboard.
I tried expanding the moon pool to see if that would help. It didn't. More problems arose.
Already, man. No room. Still no room. Build area. This is too low to the floor, isn't it? Right. I'm gonna have to build it further up. That's the only thing I can think of. Damn. Right.
I was guessing here, but science demands pain. So I built another base on top of my existing one. The plan was to remove the old base from underneath once the new one was finished, which naturally meant I needed even more resources. Back out I went to find some. Along the way, I practiced dodging the hammerheads and seemed to have found a way to sidestep their charge. Noted. After collecting more quartz, I came across something else. Part of the old cicada wreck, and more bleeping. Something here was worth finding.
I can hear bleeping. High capacity air tank.
Pleased with the discovery, I headed back to the caverns to keep working on a base on a base. I emptied everything out of the old one and started moving it all upstairs. Despite the ever-present glass shortage, things began to take shape, although there were other shortages to worry about too.
And we need more food and water. Wow, going through a fair old bit of it. I wonder if this got patched. I didn't seem to use this much food and water last time. Or maybe I did. I can't remember. Either way. Oh, we haven't gone the right way. We've just gone in a complete circle. Right, it's quartz time. Where is the quartz?
The grind continued. Water slugs. The hunt for quartz wherever I could find it. Fish plucked straight from the sea. Then back to the base for a spot of cooking. And that's when I made a discovery.
Oh wait, I can make better food. It's too late now. I didn't realise. I just saw here 40 food. I see, okay. But they're raw. So you can't use cooked fish, you have to use raw fish. Never mind, we'll do that next time.
I packed up my pockets to take back to the cavern's base, then a quick check over the tadpole.
How's she doing for repairs? Oh, she's alright. Now, out. She needs repairs now.
The cavern's base kept growing, more expansion, and room to park the tadpole. I even added a few flourishes, spotlights included, so it actually felt like a deep-sea science lab. Unfortunately, I was still short on room to expand. The second time this had bitten me, not enough space at the moon pool for a vehicle fabricator. I tried expanding the moon pool again, but that wasn't working either. On a positive note, I managed to build a Noetic advisor terminal, and then something I'd never attempted before. A scanner. Completely new territory.
Use scanner station. Oh, what? How does this work? Scanner station. But does it mark it? Does it make a signal for you to follow? Angel comb. Oh man, it does. What a game changer. So we can mark things. We can find them. I like that. Let's use the new system.
I selected a copper node and headed out to track it down.
Where was it? There it is.
Despite my best efforts, the copper was nowhere to be found, anywhere near the marked area. Undeterred, I tried another node and headed out to find it. Second time lucky, perhaps, for science. But this experiment wasn't turning out as planned. I'd have to find the copper the old-fashioned way, and along with it came the construction of another thermal generator. The base was starting to come together, but as usual, my food and water situation was getting low again. The grind continued.
Okay, so we're on a bit of a food mission. Our food is getting dire, as is our water. So what I've done here, let's make a load of water bottles first with these water slugs. Now, what's happened? Why didn't that work? What? But I have a load in my pocket. I am confused. Water slugs? Yes. Make me some bottled water, please.
Dehydration.
Oh dear. I think we're going to pass away here. I've got nothing to give me any. No, eat them raw. Eat them raw. Where did I put them? Panic. I don't know why. What happened here? This isn't working anymore. We have power. It's just not crafting anything. Okay. Not sure. Don't know. Nice. By logging out and logging back in again, we have the fabricator back. So must have been some kind of bug. We had a bit of a food and water shortage. We still do, really. I'm going to take this with me. I'm going to start loading. We also made a ton of food. So we've got this half moon jerky and 3 moon tamaki. These are just more efficient recipes for using fish. So we actually get more food out of this than by just cooking the fish and eating them that way. The other thing about this is the icons are all the same. So when you look at these in your inventory, it's tricky to recognize which one's which. But I'm sure that's something that they'll address. It's just early access, really. Now, I'm going to take more 3 moon. I've got some water. I do need more water. See, we're already getting low on food. Let's use some of those half moon jerkies. I'm a little concerned about the amount of water slugs we're going through as well. I haven't been able to find many water slugs locally. They all seem to have disappeared. Maybe there's an area around the base that prevents spawns. I don't know, but I have to go further and further afield to find water slugs. So I wonder if we could actually just farm them. Or I wonder if there's a way of just taking seawater and just desalinating it. But then it's full of all these kind of alien viruses, isn't it? So maybe that's a reason why we can't do that. But yeah, for the time being, let's get back to base. We know that we need to upgrade the tadpole here to the scout variant, which will give us a bit more speed. That's something we've got to look at next. We've also got to think about getting the expanded air tanks, which I think needed a plasteel ingot. But that was lithium and titanium, both of which we have. So we should be able to make some quick upgrades here. And that will help us breathe a little bit longer underwater when we're not in the tadpole. And it will also help the tadpole go a little bit quicker as I cover these longer and longer distances here. I'm not going to lie, it would be nice to get a little bit of extra speed. I also would love a battery charger. Not a power cell charger, an actual battery charger. Down we go into the depths, into the caverns. I feel bad for all these crabs, man. Why are there so many dead crabs down here? Look at this poor little dude. It's okay, man. I feel your pain. It is warm. I know the warm weather gets to the best of us. Right, so let's just swing the old tadpole in here. Get her on charge. We could probably do with giving her a quick repair. Let's go. Right, my water situation just feels dire all the time. These dead fish on the floor. Right, I think for the time being that will do. How long's all this food gonna last? I don't know.
It was only then that I realized the portable locker, the one I'd loaded with the 3 moon tamaki back at the other base, was still sitting on the floor. I'd never reattached it to the tadpole before heading out.
Oh, we didn't bring the portable locker on the floor that had more food in it. We forgot. Oh, it's also pretty dark in here, isn't it? Should we see if we can make some lighting? Just something a little bit extra. Thin wall light. Where could we put a wall light? That's cool. Just brighten the place up a little bit. It feels so dark. Well, it's brightened the place up a little bit, hasn't it? I do actually like the moody lighting, to be fair, but... You know what? I prefer the wall ones, I'm not going to lie. They're just too bright. Don't mind it so much over the doorway. And I'm not liking these either, you know. Put one there. Put one there. They're a little bit nicer. Or, let's deconstruct. It's not going to be symmetrical with the other side, so...
I added more wall lighting, but more issues were on the horizon.
Oh, we are using a lot of power now. Can we make another reactor? Bioreactor, power storage, thermal plant. No, we don't have any materials anymore. Titanium, copper, gold. We don't have anything because I've used it all for lights. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get a little bit back from these things. It also saves us some power. I wonder, a power storage might be quite cool.
I decided to build power storage, a buffer for when demand outstripped supply. But I needed salt, and I couldn't recall if there was any lying around in the caverns. Time to find out.
Ow. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Don't go into the fire, chlorophyll. Right. Salt. Let's go find some. Do we have any salt? There's a little dead colonist there. Rest in peace, my friend.
Heat danger.
Yes. Absolute heat danger. Is there any salt? Well, there's gold, for sure. Get some of that gold. This is sulfur, and there's tons of it. Good place to get some sulfur down here for show. But I'm here for salt, and I don't think this is a good place for salt. Let's go find some outside. Doesn't seem to be much around here. Whoa! That was a tight little turn. Ow! Ow! You'd think I'd learn after one mistake, but no. I'm lost. This is because you're not at the right end of the cave, chlorophyll. I have to go to the other. Now, this all looks pretty salt-like. And it is. Nice. Do you think this is... Ow. Do you think this is a little bit of a salt farming ground here? What is this? Is this all salt? Coral domes. No, it isn't. I was hoping we had a little salt supply going on there. What is this? Coral dome. Okay, inventory full of salt. Let's head back. Give her a quick repair, as always. Now.
Combined with a germanium ingot, I now had enough to craft the power storage.
I would strongly expect that solar does not work down here. It shouldn't really. We're underground in a cave system, and surely it's just more efficient to make another thermal plant. Feels like it. Let's see if we can put another thermal plant down here somewhere. Okay, so hopefully this battery will give us a bit of a buffer, so if we're using a machine or something like that, it'll run off the battery, and then when we stop using the machine, the power will temporarily be restored and it'll start charging again, so maybe this will give us a bit of a backup. Ah, yeah, so that top left we have a little battery indicator. Nice. Just a good little feature to have, really. Now, where do we stand with everything else? Had a little bit of a power mission. We've sorted that out. We could do with a plasteel ingot.
Unfortunately, repeated scientific endeavors had left my fingers fat and unwieldy.
No.
I accidentally built another germanium ingot, when what I actually needed was plasteel.
I keep doing that. Well, we have a spare ingot. I've made too many. Let's have some water, as usual. Let's have a bit of food. Let's get all these cooked fish gotten rid of. Right, we've got a plasteel ingot on the way. Right. Okay, so we've got a plasteel ingot. Let's have a little look. Now we can make the high-capacity air tank. So currently we have 75 oxygen. Let's see what happens when we get this high-capacity air tank made. Nice. Just upgrades just like that. 120 air. Nice. Gives us a bit more of an upgrade. It's so weird. At nighttime it gets a little bit darker, but we're in a cave, so there's no light. Strange. Right, so that leaves us with what I've got pinned at the top here, which is we want to upgrade the old tadpole. But in order to do that, I actually need something that I didn't build the first time round, which was the vehicle fabricator. Now,
Still struggling to expand the room, or the moon pool, for a vehicle fabricator, I decided to give up on it for now and collect resources for the new scout ray upgrade instead. Worst case scenario, I could always build it back at the other base.
Let's go and get the materials we need for this new tadpole upgrade. So we've got plenty of lithium, and I know there's plenty of lithium down here, but we've run short of titanium again. No titanium down here. That red light's pretty cool. I want some red lights for my base. Look at all these water slugs. They love it here, don't they? I'm going to save those for emergencies. I'd love to be able to farm them or something. Okay, now I know this ledge used to have some titanium. The question is it all gone? Does it respawn? Let's get our lights on. Make things a little clearer. There's what we need. Oh, no, it isn't. It isn't, is it? It's, silver. Do you know what, though? I'm not going to turn it down. Silver's sometimes hard to come by, and it makes the germanium ingots, so I'm not going to turn my nose up. Let's see if we can find some titanium. Oof, copper as well. Requires a sonic resonator, yeah.
During my farm, something caught my attention. More bleeping from a nearby wreck.
I can hear a bleeping. There's something in here that I haven't discovered. Should we just go for a quick nosy? The last time we explored this, I was pretty quick. We didn't have a lot of air. But now with the expanded oxygen tank... Let's get a bit more scanning done. How do we get out of here? So easy to get turned around. Let's just get some more oxygen. So it's bleeping. But it didn't give us anything. It only gave us titanium. I don't think they should do that. So after collecting it, if it's only got titanium to offer, I don't really think it should bleep. Anywho, I seem to recall there was a cave around here, a blue cave. Is this titanium? No, it's silver. Okay, is this all silver? Silver, silver, silver. Yeah, I thought this was titanium. It's not, it's silver. Do you know what? I'm going to mark this. Doorway wreck, I'm going to call it. I've forgotten its actual official name, but I will remember that because I remember the doorway on the side that we crept in. So that's just a little naming convention that I'll remember. But I'm going to put that there. And I'll also remember that it's got silver. So if we ever need some in the future... Whoa. Oh, is that an angel comb? I'm always a little bit cautious approaching things like this. Oh, no, it's not an angel comb. It looks like some giant clamshell fish that's going to close on me. That's why I was a bit hesitant. I haven't really explored much of this area, to be honest. This is something we never really had the depth to explore. Where is this? South of the life pod. Is that what I think it is, or is it just silver? No, it's titanium. That is good. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you. Let's keep looking for some titanium. This is the ticket. Right, what can we throw away? Well, we need some water, so that'll give us another piece. And I'm going to eat some food. And that's another piece. Right, let's get back to the caverns. Okay, now, what did we need? We needed 2 plasteel ingots. So configure, change recipe, plasteel ingot, load, load. We're still going to need a dedicated core. Can we make a dedicated core? What do we need for a dedicated core? We've got the advanced wiring kit. We need strong acid. Right, so the next thing we need to look at is some of this strong acid. So I'm pretty sure that we need these necroly cysts again. So let's go out and do a bit of a farm. We know where we can get those, but we can't do it without the tadpole. Turn us around. We probably have some spares back at the old base, but to be fair, we might as well just get some more. There's no harm in doing a little bit of a farm. If only I could remember where they were. But let's have a little bit of a look around and see. Let's have a look around. I think if we keep going around the edge here, we'll eventually find them. We're looking for those big, colourful corals. Now, there's a chance we've gone too far. Ooh, titanium. Should I... No. Stay on track. Oh, here we go. Let's turn around like that. That seems to be the way to get away from a hammerhead. Just kind of do a little pirouette around him. Now, we know there's a Mara breach around here. Not that we should worry about him too much, but as a point of reference, I'm wondering if the corals are close. There we go. I thought they were around here somewhere. So now all we've got to find is the little shoots that are on the floor, and they're the ones that have the cysts. So let's keep looking. None round here. There we go. These are what we're looking for. They're a hunting. They're a looking for me. Hello, folks. Let's see if we can find any more of those cysts. How many did we get? Only a few. Could probably fill our inventory. There we go. There's a few more. Let's just do a quick grab on those. Right, that's the cysts. We've got a full inventory there. Let's get back to the cabins. 1,000 meters away. Bit of a trek. Looking forward to see what this scout upgrade for the tadpole's like. Promises more speed. Oh, did something hit us there? What was it? Oh, it's a hammerhead, I guess.
Back at the base, it was time to pull together the final materials for the Scout Ray chassis. At last.
And let's get a few strong acids on the grow. Now, we only actually need one of them. And I don't think we have any other need for these cysts, so to be honest, we could just make a batch of them, really. Okay, so we've got some strong acid being produced. Let's make a dedicated core. Now we need an advanced wiring kit. Gold, we need a normal wiring kit. Copper wire. Wiring kit. Oh, we need sulfur. Well, just so it turns out, we're surrounded by it. I don't even think I'll have to go very far at all to get some sulfur. Let's have a little look. Some titanium. There we go, there's some sulfur. We'll just quickly get in there. Yeah, these little oxygen tanks just allow us to top up our air. Anyone seen any sulfur around? There's got to be loads. That doesn't involve me getting cooked.
Heat danger critical.
Yes, but we got out of there. We survived. Okay. I think that's enough for the time being. Okay, so we have the dedicated core. What did we say we wanted again? We need an advanced wiring kit. And there we go. And that is everything to make the Scout Ray chassis. So, as we don't have a vehicle assembly point here, I'm going to take it all back to the other base. So, let's make sure I've got it. I've got an advanced wiring kit. I've got 2 plasteel ingots. I've got the dedicated core, and I've got a strong acid. And that should be all we need for the Scout Ray chassis. So, with that in mind, let's head back to the other base and see if we can get this out. See if we can get this thing upgraded. You know what? I'm just going to check out this little green cave. I seem to recall saying this previously. I just want to know what's actually in here. Why is it glowing green? Is it just copper? Seems to have a green glow to it. Not 100% on that. Right, now, let's go to the vehicle fabricator. Scout Ray chassis. Let's craft it. Let's see what happens, eh? Got all the materials here in my inventory. Let's go. Cool. So, can I still put the... It's still got the hard point on the back, so I can take the food that we left by accident. Let's take this little portable container here and just attach it to the back. Attach to hard point. Now let's go back. Now, does this give us wings? Does this hurt our maneuverability? Does it make us bigger so we can't get down narrow gaps? Whoa. Feels a little bit more sprightly. Let's head back to... If we can find it. Where's my waypoint gone for the cabins? There it is. Oh, it does seem a little bit faster. I'm always down for a little bit of extra speed. How does it look in the water? So it does have these little wings, but I don't think they have collision. So if I go near something like this, is this gonna... Yeah, so they don't have collision. So it just makes it easier for us to maneuver, really. We're not always snagging the tadpole wings on tight, narrow caverns. I wonder what creatures we can outrun with this. Also, does this use more power now? Or is it the same efficiency as before? Let's do some tight narrows. Ooh, yeah, we can still make it through. So I don't think the wings have had any adverse effect on our handling or anything like that. Right, let's open storage. Let's take all these guys out. This is our food for the next couple of weeks. Well, couple of hours. Half-moon jerky. Okay, so the big question now is, what do we do next? So technology-wise, I think we've covered most of the stuff that we could make. I don't believe there are any other technology upgrades that we haven't built now. Basic fins. I've just realized something. When did we unlock these? Because I've never had them. It's good I checked. It's good I checked. Okay, basic fins. What do we need? We need some rubber. What do we need for that? Okay, let's check. Rubber. Lucifer rot sack. If my memory serves me correctly, those are those little orange orbs. So, let's go back here. Let's pin the fins. And we need fiber. Fiber. You know what? We could probably go back to the other base and have the materials for it. Let's go. Let's have a look.
Heat warning.
Heat warning. what I want to see is, can we outrun him? Yeah, we can now. We can outrun the hammerheads. We don't need to dodge sideways like we did before. And I think these are what we need, actually. These little things here. These little rot sacks. Okay, and that will make us some rubber, which is good. What else do we need? A bit of fiber, so we could probably do with some coral. Yeah, we've got everything we need, actually, for these. Right on our doorstep. We had no excuse. No excuse at all. Oof. What was that? I mean, we weren't actually near anything there. Did I hit the base? I can't seem to remember. I don't think I did. I don't remember being that close to it. Okay, maybe I was. All right, let's get in the old dock and let's see if we have what it takes. So we've already got some rubber just by basically being in this base because we've got some rubber here. Let's make 2 rubber. In fact, to be honest, I think rubber's the only thing that we can make from these rot sacks. So let's make some flippers. Basic fins. Nice. Okay, now we have the basic fins as well. So, what's that like in the water? Nice. But what does that do to the wake maker? Because now we're faster. Oh, it's to the wake maker still faster. But the distance or the gap doesn't seem to be as large anymore. I'm not sure. But I'm not going to turn my nose up at a little bit of speed. So, I think upgrades-wise, we've got the rebreather, we've got basic fins, we've got the high-capacity air tank, we have all habitat builder repair tools, sonic resonator, weight maker, air bladder. We've made all these things, so we need to find more, basically. Now, food and water, as ever, is a little low. I'll have to keep an eye on that. I know we've got some water back at the other base. We've kind of reached the tipping point of progress. We haven't had any more updates from Noah. Let's see what we uncover. While I'm on my way there, though, it might be worth us just seeing if we can get a bit more water. So let's get some water slugs. While we're on our way there, more water slugs.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Ooh, copper. Not going to turn my nose up. Little bit of titanium on the top here. Right, let's head back down to the caverns and see where we're going to go next. Okay, let's drop off some of these resources. Let's make some water bottles. Okay, water temporarily sorted. So, we've got new places to explore because we seem to have gotten to the edge of what we can do. I'm thinking ahead to the tadpole pens. I didn't fully explore that place last time. It'd be interesting to see if there's anything else that I may have missed. It'd also be nice to mark it on the map just to be sure. So, without further ado, let's see if we can go back to the tadpole pens and see if there's anything significant around there. Because it was the last big place that we found. Other than that, we might have to find something new. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's keep going, though, and figure it out. Empty wreck fire. It was this way, wasn't it? And these ones, these marrow breaches are a little bit different. They seem to grab you. Now, the ones over in the shallows where we first... Yeah. Is that guy a little bit bigger? And the thing is, they're quiet. And that's the misleading thing about them. That marrow breach looks a bit bigger. I wish they gave it, like, different coloring or something. I'm also lost. Where am I going? Where's the empty wreck fire? Okay. That wasn't the tadpole pens, though. I seem to recall we found another wreck. That was the first wreck I found when I came to this place. So unless there's anything new that I haven't seen, I can't hear any bleeping. Not entirely sure. Now, where were the tadpole pens? I seem to recall we went a little further into the fire like this. And somewhere, there's not much visibility around here. Even when I turn on my lights, I can't see much, to be honest. Let's head towards the orange. Just the local nibblers. Now we've gone too far. Just keep looking round. It might be worth us just staying a little bit closer to the ground. That's where we're going to find the pens on the floor. Now, I wonder if the marrow breaches are significant. Are they guarding something? Usually, in the eye of a game's designer, if there's an area of significance, you might want to place enemies around it to add a little extra challenge. So, can we use that to our advantage? Can we see that the enemies, in fact, lead us to something that we're supposed to find? Now, I seem to recall we found these caves earlier too. These, like, resource caves. When the first time we came here. Of course, it is our base. Okay, good to know. There's a couple of extra entrances that we can use to get to the base if we so need to. But I can't find the tadpole pens. Now, let's keep searching. Let's keep searching. What are we at? 90 meters. Where were they? This is why I want a beacon. Great place for a beacon, to be honest. Now, there's a green glow. Is that just copper? No, it's just a little plant. Okay, and that's that little hatch. We could have a look at little said hatch. I'm pretty sure we got everything in here, including that little blue moon. We got the... It does say to scan these things, but... Scan biobed. Oh, yeah, of course. But we have all these things. Most of these things are decorative. We can't have any of these fans or lights. What was that? Who's getting cranky? Is it a marrow breach? Can't see him. Let's follow this down. Down, down, down. Big scary noise. Are we getting close? And here we are. This is what I was looking for. Now, is the coast clear? Have we got marrow breaches all over the place? No, we don't. So, what I think we can do is give ourselves the old build tool, and I am going to place a beacon. I can't place it right here because the world's under construction, which is unfortunate. Where can I build it? Are you kidding? Really? This far away? I think the way to do it is just to make them put it above. There we go. Above seems to be the best way to do it. So, set the label, and we'll do this, the tadpole beacons. Tadpole pens. Sorry. Yeah, tadpole pens. Okay. Another little label for us to help us remember where we are. Now, most of the majority of this, I think we've already scanned. Maybe not all of this, though.
I went back for another look around. As far as I could remember, I'd already scanned everything here. But on a whim, I gave the scanner another try on the door.
Accepted.
Oh, hello. It didn't do that before. Okay, most of these things we have, it's just going to give us titanium. Lab chair. In the lab. I like this. Bit of a lab. Repair tool. Surprising to think anyone could have got this far in the game without the repair tool. Coral jar. Small Axum jar. Okay, this is the alien stuff, huh? A wall lamp. Oh, I could do with this. This is a bit of alien RGB. I'm down for that. This will spruce up the base nicely. Right, I am a little concerned about my air. I think we've got everything here. There's a ladder. Let's just get back to the tadpole, just because. I want some air. Right, let's go back. Let's see what's up here. Oh, there was air right up here. Oh god, it's a Noah. Oh, so the base was usable after all. Someone probably sealed themselves up here, I guess. What's Noah say? Boot Noah. Ah, we're talking to a ghost. A little fragment of a person. Not enough to print, but enough to talk to. Okay, let's have a conversation. Are you all right?
Something's wrong, but it doesn't matter. I'm Sophie Boucher. Who are you?
I'm the qualified investigator. I am a sea creature. I'm the ultimate colonist.
I saw. Is that you? I can't see your face. There isn't much time. Did I stop Naima?
I know that name. We've heard of it before. Can you explain who you are?
The surgeon. They trusted me to keep them alive, and I couldn't. This planet. It poisons you. People couldn't take it. There was a riot. I knew Naima planned it. I knew she had to be stopped, so I followed her. But I left an image of myself in a biobed to tell the others. Oh god. Is that me? I'm Sophie's ghost. Maybe I'm dead. Maybe you're the last one.
Last what?
The last human in the universe. You remember? Don't you remember? Low memory. Why do I keep hearing that? Where are we?
The last human anywhere?
You were there when the Kara came. The hives. The monsters. They sent in the frontiersmen. It was war. The children in my clinic would sing. When the vents start hissing, someone goes missing. Only soldiers come back when they die.
Warning. Low memory. Reducing vivarium resolution.
We were losing. Altera sent out ships to make deep space colonies Mongolian style, in case the Kara broke through the cordon and ate everyone. We might be the last survivors of the human race. And that's why Nahima wants to kill us.
Oh, that's not very nice. Where are we? Why does Nahima want to destroy the colony?
Because she's a jaded burnout who thinks eels are more important than people. She's brilliant, but she's always been a pain in my...
Warning. Low memory. Reducing effective range.
She would tell you that our only future on Proteus is an endless cycle of digital reincarnation and debt slavery. So she'd rather have no future at all. I would tell you she's off her antidepressants and rotten with Macefield.
What was she doing?
I was trying to stop her from killing you. You and everyone else. She's obsessed with the tree. You've seen it sitting out there like a gigantic virus injecting itself into the world. The tree takes control of all other life, forces it to serve. That's the Macefield syndrome. A viral obsession with the tree and its organs. And the way Nahima serves it is by wiping us out. She's still out there, trying to extirpate humanity from this world and the universe.
So, do I have Macefield?
Warning. Critically low memory. Vivarium reset imminent.
Yes, of course. The core of the running tide is wild and clear, and it may not be denied. I think the tree made the proteovirus, and proteovirus is in everything. Every living cell. You're infected the moment you touch the water. You're going to hear voices calling you to the tree's roots. Eventually you'll fall into a trance and drown. You'll be fertilizer. A quiet sleep and a sweet dream when the long trik's over. There's no human future here until we find a way to stop it.
Okay, what do I have to do?
I thought Macefield would stop if we cleared the bloom from the tree's roots. But Nahima said that was a 4546B mindset. She said the problem was much bigger than one viral syndrome. I think she was right. The problem is bigger. Bigger than any living thing has any right to be. To end Macefield, we have to destroy the tree.
Updating primary objective.
So are there aliens here?
Yes, but the Macefield destroyed them too. That's what I believe, at least. Some of them survived. They guard the ruins to the east. We call the site Karakorum. Maybe you can learn something from them. Some trick or cure. What will you do?
Well, I don't know yet. Can I do anything for you?
No, I'm not even real. Just enough of my brain to predict what I'd say. That's what I'm missing. Everything. The whole rest of Sophie Boucher. If you find the real me, tell her I did my best to be her. I'm not going to last much longer. Tell me, what will you do?
I think I'm going to help you.
Not me. Everyone else. 40,000 people on the cicada. Waiting for a chance. Waiting for you to show them how to survive.
But who am I?
Fatal error. Out of memory. Vivarium halted.
Well, goodbye, but I have more questions.
Fatal error. Out of memory. Vivarium halted.
Right, so we've been given a waypoint, some alien ruins. Where are they in our signals? Let's turn off a few of these. We'll keep the tadpole pens on. Alien ruins. Yeah, where is it? Okay, let's go back to the tadpole. I guess we're going to the alien ruins. Somewhere new, somewhere scary. Oh, well, there's a little thermal generator. Someone else has been here. It's pretty dark as well. Nighttime's fallen. Not even quite sure if I'm heading the right way. We'll just keep following that waypoint. Keep having a look around. What was that? That was pretty scary. I think we heard a monster and it's pitch black. God damn it. There's something scary out here, isn't there? Yeah, this is just like the edge. And this is the tadpole pens. Something waits for us out there. Scary, man. But fortune favors the bold. So let's go. I don't know what we're going to find. Yeah, I can hear a scary monster. And I can't see anything. So we're just going to have to go. Keep going. I don't know where you are, scary monster. I can hear you. Oh, okay, so is this some kind of alien? This doesn't look familiar. Definitely looks alien. Oh, new creatures. What are these? Wow, this place is...
Powered fabricator systems and construction materials. Advised construction of a regional base camp.
Oh, okay, so it advised we make a base, another one. Okay, but how do we get in? That is the big question. And where's that scary monster? Because I definitely heard him. Hello.
I came across another log from Sophie. The group had been ambushed by Tailings while testing new gear. 2 were killed outright, and Tailings dragged off ISO, still alive, with Nahima's prototype scanner in his pocket. Sophie sent Ruby out to scare them off. Ruby found them all right, along with 2 adult needlers, and Ruby's tadpole happened to be carrying the only depth module they had. Meanwhile, in the present, I discovered a small unflooded room in the base with a fabricator and materials inside.
Oh wait, look at all this. So, I didn't really want to talk over what was happening there, but it appears Noah's here and he has no power. But we did find a power cell in the cupboard there, so perhaps that is what we need. We just go in here, we find the power cell, we could just drop a basic...
All systems online, power connected.
Let's go and see what Noah has to say. Boot Noah.
This is as far as my pioneers got. They call this area the Protected Zone. There are references in the logs you may wish to investigate.
Wow, okay. So, it did tell us there before we entered that we needed to set up some kind of base. Let's set this as our reprint point for the time being. Can any of this be repaired? What is this place? Oh wait, there's something underneath the base as well. There's definitely something out there. You can hear it. I wonder if I can expand this base at all. This part of the world is under construction. But is there someone else we can build? I'm a bit freaked out by this place until I know it's safe. I'm also thinking, what do we do for power? Oh, wait, look, there's these water torrents. That's what we use for power. Maybe that's the reason they exist. Okay, let me get some oxygen, and let's think about setting something up. Okay, let's build a hatch. We need quartz. And we also need a power source. Utility, portable locker, hydroelectric turbine. What do I need for that? Cannot be placed on this surface. Let's see what resources we had in here, because there was a little cache of stuff in here. There isn't now. Yeah, there is. Nice. This should just be able to get us set up, really. It's a nice little helping hand. They're obviously really keen that we make a little base out here, aren't they? Who am I to say no? So, let's see if that was everything we needed to make. And we'll make a power transmitter. What do we need now? Titanium. Really short on titanium, aren't we? What have we got in our storage? Oh, we've got plenty of titanium. Perhaps I was just out of range. Okay. Nice. Let's build another power transmitter. I've got no more copper. We are short on copper. Didn't I hear that there was a resource stash under the base? Nice. Right, so we got that copper from that stash. We obviously need a little bit of water. We need some food. Let's see if we can finish off these power transmitters. Get us the basics set up.
All systems online.
Nice. Okay, so this is our little brief retreat. Now, apparently there was a resource stash under here, so I'm keen to see if we can find some more resources. Because if we're going to expand this place, we need a bit more than we currently have. We are getting close to our depth limit here. We've got some quartz, that'll be useful. Quartz and titanium here. This is core building materials for a new base. So let's just keep gathering this stuff. What is going on here? Are we being attacked? I think we're being attacked. I can't say for sure, but I definitely feel like there are some things having a little bit of a swipe at us. Yeah, they are. I think we need to make an exit. But how do I make an exit? I have to look up there. Let's get up there and let's get out of here. Maybe they just attacked technology. It seemed like they were just attacking the tadpole then. Alright, let's keep going.
Time for another base montage. I'd never expected to be building a third base already, but I suspected traveling back and forth to this place would be fraught with danger. Something big was lurking out in the ocean, and I wasn't keen on having a chinwag or a cup of tea with it. Meanwhile, Noah had another message, more black boxes to discover. I harvested more resources while trying to catalogue the new wildlife. A lot of smaller creatures seemed to be having a pop at me, and I had no idea how to dodge or deal with them. So I did the only reasonable thing, filed them under future annoyances, and headed back to the new base to continue expansion. I was going to need a processor, a fabricator, and storage, a priority list for our third deep-sea lab, and I was getting low on food and water again, bane of my existence. We'd already unlocked a modification station, but I was short on Celestine, a resource I hadn't found yet. I also wanted a tadpole dock built, so off I went to find more resources, and that's when I bumped into something new.
What's in
The
here?
stone beneath this mesa has been eroded by hot, radioactive water. Probable source, Titan rock bore. There may be an angel comb with useful adaptations nearby.
Okay. Oh, I see. It's these little pests again. Oh, and there's the angel comb. So I have to clear the cysts, do I? But where are they? Oh, I see. Sometimes I wonder if we're actually supposed to be taking the tadpole down these little holes, but if you're gonna let me in here... Ooh, copper. Oh, cool. We got a little boost from that. Right, I think we're getting a bit distracted. I need some silver. I want to keep building the base, and then we can explore this place a little further. There's some big old bassy noises around here. Oh, a little research place. Check this out. Is the coast clear? Strike armor.
I found another of Sophie's logs. She was chasing Nahima toward the World Tree, convinced Nahima meant to poison it and wipe out every human on Proteus in the process. Her instructions to anyone who found this log after her: don't trust a word Nahima says. Find her. Kill the tree. After that, I gathered more resources, silver, copper, and quartz, before heading back to base to keep working on the new lab. Power was a problem again, so I set out to find a new spot for a hydroelectric generator. If only I could slip a power transmitter up above to send the power back to base.
Have we got both? Yes. Now, for whatever reason, that hasn't worked. It's just this, it's not working. I mean, I don't know why. It said, there's your thing, okay. No, it doesn't. It's building it in the wrong place. Enter deconstruct mode. Let's try and build. No, it don't want to work. Doesn't matter. We'll try somewhere else. I thought that was an easy win for us there. Let's see if we can find another one of these water torrents. So there's one over there. We know about that one. We've already tapped into it.
After failing to place a second power generator, I wondered, could I simply place two of them in the same water torrent?
Like this?
Success. Now to continue work on the base. Next was the power storage, followed by the vehicle fabricator.
Right, so we've managed to get ourselves a tadpole dock. And we seem to have adequate power for the time being. So, I think next we need to make a vehicle, what is it, a modification? The vehicle fabricator. Because this will allow us to put modifications on the tadpole. Yeah, it does need a certain amount of room, doesn't it?
Once again, I was short on resources. Salt, silver, and my food and water were getting low too.
Gotta be careful I don't get too deep. What's this here? This is quartz. Oh, this is nice. Look at all this titanium. I dare say we will need titanium, but I've got to stay on track. I need things like silver and copper and salt. Ooh, is that what I think it is? Hello. Salt. Nice. Okay, so let's get that stashed into the storage and let's keep looking. Right, we also need silver. I seem to recall that was holding us back, but we're close to the base now, so we might as well empty what we have here.
Back at base, my pockets were full of resources, but not enough storage and not enough titanium to build more. Meanwhile, the food situation kept getting worse.
Seek caloric intake.
Out I went again.
Touched to a hard point. Let's go. Let's just get some fish. What happens? Can I catch this? What happens if I try and catch it? You're gonna bite me? Right, so I've got a new food, but I need more. These things are a little... What are these things? Whoa, alien attack. Where have we seen that before? Oh, no, no, go. You need food. You need food. Stay on track. Stay on track, chlorophyll. All right, need food, need food, need food, need food. It's a little bit wasteful. I know we should do a proper recipe, but needs must. Wow, so, yeah, food is still pressing.
Food situation temporarily solved. Out I went again, this time for resources to finish my extra storage.
Off on a midnight resources run. What's this? There were some minerals, some alien minerals I needed. I have no idea what they look like or where to find them. What are these things? Okay, weird things those.
The food situation still weighed heavily on my mind. I'd caught some fish for sure, but nowhere near the density I'd found back at the shallows.
What are these guys? Yeah, definitely something out there, isn't there?
The resource run continued. I wanted fiber, but I genuinely wasn't sure what plant life actually dropped it. I also ran into more of those cankers again, the ones that close up the second I get close. Clearly I'd need a different technology to deal with these. The gathering run went on, and I was starting to feel more comfortable with the area. Then I ran into something new.
What the frig? What was that? Did you see a shadow? I'm pretty sure I saw a shadow there. Whatever it wasn't small. Whoa, man. Ow. Yeah, I don't know what's out there, but I don't think I'm going to risk it. I'm not going out there. That was big. There it is. Wow. I've got enough common sense to stay out of that, I'll be honest.
I found new supplies of quartz and lead, but as usual, distractions were plentiful.
Oh, go on, I'm curious. I want to see what that thing is over there. What is this place?
And there it was, some kind of monolith carved with two completely different alien scripts. One of them I actually recognized. It looked exactly like the architect writing from 4546B. The other, no idea. Whatever the Rosetta Stone was trying to say, it wasn't saying it to me. Not yet, anyway.
Cool. Something that we've got to figure out a little bit later, I guess. Okay, let's make our way back. I need some silver, and I think we may have just stumbled upon it. Nice. Damn.
After finding some silver, I headed back to base. Could I finally finish the power cell?
We can make this germanium ingot, and that will now allow us to make this little power cell here. Help keep the power situation under control. And there we go. There's our germanium ingot, and now we've got this little power cell, so this should take any excess power while we have it.
With that out the way, it was time to spruce up the new lab. It was looking decidedly dingy, so I added some windows around the back near the moon pool, the same tactic I used before in the cavern's base. All the while I was aware I still needed a modification station if I wanted to create more upgrades.
This modification system, Celestine. Right. Well, I definitely don't have any Celestine for show. Got a bit of everything else, though. So, we just got to keep on resource gathering. Just keep on looking. We'll find something. We'll find it. What's that? Is that an alien lamppost?
Alien structures aside, I continued to search for Celestine. There were some genuinely impressive structures down here, but I needed to stay focused. I headed further down. The one place I hadn't fully explored yet. Right at the edge of the tadpole's crush depth, I headed back to base, built yet more storage and unloaded my pockets. Then I was back out there, continuing the search for Celestine, with, inevitably, a few distractions along the way.
Oh, what's that? Whoa. What are all of these? Whoa, cool. I don't think they're dangerous, I've got a feeling. I could be wrong. Oh wait, you can get inside this place. There's a window here. What? Oh, the observatory. Okay. Now I know what it is. Okay, interesting. Still doesn't help me find this Celestine stuff though. Whoops. What's that? What's this? Ooh, this is it, this is it, this is it.
These Celestine deposits form when when sulfur-shelled protozoans die faster than their remains can dissolve into the seawater.
But, unfortunately, well, that's the only deposit I can find. Ah. There's another one. And another one. Hello? Tadpole, where are you? There you are. That's full.
Back at base, I finally finished the lab windows.
Nice. I like that. Makes the place a little bit more airy.
Then it was time for a light, just to brighten the lab up a little bit. Every little helps.
But I think that's all right. That'll do. Now we have Celestine, which means we have a modification station. Okay, use modification. Tadpole modules. Optimizes engine function in real time to reduce power use by 20%. Okay, I'll be honest, you know, I've never really thought that the tadpoles struggled for engine efficiency. I've never come close to running out of power. Strike armor. Added strike plates greatly reduce incoming physical damage from attacks and... Okay, yeah, but the thing is, how do we make it? But what we're looking for is enameled glass. We can make glass, but how do we make enameled glass? Right. Not quite sure what to do with that. I mean, well, all we need here is a system chip and we can make the tadpole more efficient. I mean, that's cool, but I just don't, I'm not crazy about it. We haven't really struggled thus far with its energy efficiency, so...
There were more resources I still needed, new undiscovered ones. For now, though, I expanded the base with another nook and added a noetic advisor terminal, since there were incoming messages we needed to check. But I was short on resources again, quartz this time. The lab window project had left me shortchanged. Back out I went. This time, I headed deep.
Oh, we're right on the edge.
Maximum depth reached.
Okay.
All damage imminent.
Oh, there's loads of quartz at the bottom here. Let's get the quartz from this area here and hope we don't get killed by something massive. Oh, what's that? Is that a predator of some sort? I'm going to keep looking.
Leaving the tadpole at crush depth and swimming down myself let me reach some of the quartz, but it left me low on air and getting further from the tadpole with every stroke.
Oh dear, I didn't think about that. Oxygen. This is the limit, I'm afraid.
Still, despite the depth drawbacks, I now had enough quartz to build a noetic advisor terminal. Time to check in.
Okay, we've got another ruby waypoint marker.
Another black box. It's Ruby again. Partial voice data retrieved.
I can't go that deep, can I?
A new depth marker. I kept running into more and more depth issues with the tadpole, but I didn't have the blueprint to upgrade its depth rating. So for now, I settled for a simple engine efficiency upgrade, and maybe some strike armor, which, you guessed it, needed materials I didn't have. So off I went in the direction of the new Ruby waypoint marker.
Got a feeling that Ruby is just too far down. Oh, hello, Mr. Predator. Oh, he's spitting things at me. What a lovely creature. Okay, these are the needlers, but it seems it's too deep, really. I need to do something about the depth in which we can dive. Okay, these are big creatures. Why won't you leave me alone? Oh, I've just launched straight into their nest. That wasn't a good plan, was it? I want to get out and check this place out.
Sadly, I hadn't bought any flares again. The local needlers were giving me a run for my money, making life difficult.
What's this stuff? Are you going to leave me alone? No? See if I can get some kind of line of sight on this guy. Alright, what's this? Oh, and now...
The entire mineral mass of this tusk is bound by a layer of super strong collagen.
This is very, very interesting. Excellent.
I just discovered enamel, something I needed for toughened glass on the strike armor tadpole upgrade. But with all these needlers around, I couldn't get anywhere near more of it. So I headed back to the base to rethink what to do next.
So I think the next thing we need to do is make our way down to the Ruby 2 black box. But it's right below the crush depth for the tadpole, which means I presume there's a depth upgrade out there somewhere, but I haven't yet got it, so we're limited to 250 meters for the time being. What I would like to do is see if we can go over there. I'll have a swim down, I'll take a look if I can get access to it. This is going to be a bit touch and go, to be honest. I don't think I've got the depth. Persistent food and water issue at all times. I might need to go and harvest a little bit more food and water soon, because I'm running a little low. We've got enough for the time being, at least for one adventure. One thing I would like to do is make a few more of these signal flares. Where are they? Here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I'm hoping that's... Oh, whoa. Oh, I just realized that it makes 3 of them each time. What an idiot. Right, in that case, we have way more than I anticipated. Let's get rid of a few. I'm sure we'll use them up. It's not the end of the world. I've got a couple there. That'll do for now. Ooh, base in the place, London. Where's that? Okay, let's see if we can head out to find a way to get to Black Box Ruby. Got a feeling this is going to be a little trickier than I first thought, but we have got distraction flares to try and deal with the needlers. I probably should have repaired the tadpole before I set out. But now, how do we actually get in? Am I alone? That's the main thing. Because I'm a little bit nervous about Leviathans, which we've seen a couple around, but we haven't... Ah, there's the crush depth. I'm limited to 250 meters, so I'm just going to have to be careful. But it doesn't seem like there's any way in. Or is there? Where is this? Well, let's get a bearing on that beacon again. I don't know. The problem is we don't have a lot of air. Let's have a little wee look.
I swam deep into the needler nest. Surely there must be a way down to Ruby's black box somewhere.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to ignite one of these. I'm just going to drop it. No, there's no way under here that I can get to Ruby down there. Yeah, there's just no way down. So I don't really know how we're going to get to... Oh, hello. What's this? A little underground area. Is this something that's going to get us to... Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, that's cool. What we'll do is we'll get a bit more air, and I can find out what happened to my little wake maker. There it is. Let's get out of here. Let's go down. Let's get Ruby's black box. And what we're going to do is ignite.
I finally found Ruby's second black box at the bottom of the needler nest. This was it. The same spot from Sophie's log. And it turns out those 2 adult needlers did catch up with her. Ruby died alone, out here, torn apart by uranium-tipped tusks. But this being Proteus, that wasn't the end of it. Her black box got her reprinted at a nearby base camp. And sitting right next to her black box, the depth module Sophie sent her out here to protect in the first place.
Nice. Right. How do I get out? Go back to the tadpole. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. Welcome aboard, Captain. Okay, so, for some reason, Scout Ray chassis is showing where our base is. Not sure why, but it is. Might just be some kind of bug. Still, I think we got the depth module there. I think that was what we needed. So let's repair up and see what we got there. And we've got some improved fins as well. That should be pretty cool.
Victory. We now had the depth module unlocked. I upgraded the tadpole with the engine efficiency and strike armor, but if I wanted to go deeper, I'd still need to actually craft that depth module. And as a bonus, I'd also unlocked a recipe for improved fins.
Basic fins, improved fins. So I need fiber mesh and I need conduit crystal. Damn. Damn. Okay, let's get the recipes that we want here. What else do we want? We want the improved fins for a little extra speed. So we want the depth module. Faux show. Celestine enamel glass system chip. Okay, let's go out. Let's go on a bit of a mission. Bit of a resource gathering operation. Let's see if I can get in the back here without pulling. Okay, so we've got plenty of space in the tadpole. Where are we? Who's that? I can hear big monsters. Are these the same big creatures? I can't remember. I think these are harmless. I think. I have no data to back that up, by the way. I'm just saying that. They could be extremely dangerous.
I needed to find Celestine, but I already had a pretty good idea where to look, down deep at the edge of Crush Depth, until I bumped into something else.
Whoa. Oh, hello. What's this? Oh, is this the edge of the map? I've never encountered this before. Okay. Makes sense. Ow, ow, ow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Up. Keep forgetting about that. Now, I'm just going to look down at the edge here. What is that? Is that what we want, or is that lead or something? Only one way to find out. No. That looks like it's just... Oh, it's quartz, is it? I mean, do you know what? It's quite rare quartz in its own way, so I'm going to have a little bit of quartz. If our inventory gets full, we can just get rid of it. What's that? I can't see from this distance, but I also can't get close enough. Is that our... I think that's the material that we need. That's our Celestine.
After making a start on the Celestine, I bumped into another underground lava cave, clearly a local hotspot for sulfur.
I like little areas like this, because you know where to find things. You know where the titanium area is, you know where the sulfur area is. Everything's got its own little identity, and a place that you know you can visit and find some. Okay, so we're using 28 of 24 power. We're actually running on battery power now. That's all good. It acts as a little bit of a buffer while the tadpole recharges. I still don't know how to get these conduit crystals. Well, let's try and get the depth module, because we keep bumping into that. Let's get some... Is it enamel glass we need? Right, okay. So, 1, 2 we need, and then we turn that into enamel glass. And that's a system chip. And that should be everything for the first tadpole depth module. So let's go over here and give that a little bit of a craft. That's going to help us. We've been struggling with the depth for a while. Open upgrades. Depth module. Nice. We can also, now that we got that ruby marker, we can actually speak to Noah, because he's got something for us here. ISO.
Columnist black box located. Rowley isotalo.
Okay, so where's that signal? Can we see it? I'm looking around for the waypoint marker. There it is. Black box ISO.
I set out to find ISO's black box.
Yeah, 450 meters. Nice, so we've got a bit more depth. That should help us a great deal. Yeah, there we go. Past 250 meters. Nice. And the thing is... Oh, well, we can't go this way. But I see tons of quartz around here, which is amazing because we've been struggling with quartz for a while. What's that? I've never seen that before. That's a Carmite.
Now that I could explore deeper, more alien habitats began to emerge.
I mean, what is this place? This is some kind of alien habitat of some sort. Oh, is that a new creature? What's that? A new fish? Hello. You're... what, do you electrocute people? You're glowing. You're not attacking me, though. What? Okay. Ow. No, go away. Damn. Everything's friendly until it's not. What on earth is going on now? What's eating my power? Something recharging off me? Yeah, something was draining our power then, some kind of parasite. Well, we've got that to look forward to.
Once again, I was low on food and water, the constant thorn in my side. Perhaps there was an angel comb upgrade for a larger stomach. I headed back to base, but bumped into an old friend.
He's out there. Whoa, 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 that's well close. That feels really close. I think we're okay as long as we stick to this little island here.
I emptied my pockets and started preparing some food, but another case of fat fingers invaded the experiment.
No, don't light it. Why did you do that? Ah, I've wasted one.
I added a few more wall lockers. We could do with the extra storage, and the space above the large floor lockers felt wasted.
I am tempted to make a lot of this much neater and organize it a little bit better, but the problem is that in order to craft anything, we don't actually need to know where anything is because it pulls from the inventories automatically. So, really, it's just a dumping ground. Right, let's get a few more flares, as I've no doubt we'll need them. Let's head out again. Yeah, let's head out. Let's keep exploring, keep finding, keep looking. Let's go down into the depths. Whoa, these alien structures. Whoa, I mean, Jesus, we're almost going to hit 450 meters. Whoa, is this another angel comb? It is, yeah, but there's no cankers on it. What's this? Oh, madness. This is some kind of alien facility, right? It doesn't look human again. Whoa. I'm after, only because I'm after coral. Can I harvest these? No. Only thing for me is it's not always obvious what I can harvest for fiber. Base in the place, London? Oh, cool. The door's big enough for a tadpole.
I'd found a new wreck. ISO's black box might be somewhere inside, but there wasn't much room for a tadpole, so I'd have to keep a close eye on my air.
Copper wire. I'm not going to say no. These doors aren't functional. Oh, look at that. All these colonists. Floor locker. I don't seem to be able to get in these. Oh, we missed something. Photovoltaic charger. Unlocked. It's down here. Oh, wow. My air. I'm a little bit concerned that I'm moving away and I won't be able to get out.
By the time I made my way back to the tadpole and swam back to the ship, I found something I should have seen earlier.
Oh, of course, there's an air supply here. What an idiot. So we don't need to worry about this at all. That was me panicking about my air. Bioscanner.
This scanner modification employs cultured alien bacteria to spawn metallic markers.
And now we can get at the bottom. Okay, interesting. No power. Also not something we can scan. Okay. Let's get a bit more air. Okay, so I think we can just head back. I'm just trying to make sure I've not missed anything. Right. Also, let's check what signals I have. I'd like to keep this marked. It was quite cool. So I'm going to keep Black Box ISO marked. Alien Ruins, yes, because we need to get home. Don't need to mark the caverns anymore. Right. This is cool big alien structure. This is madness. I'm going to stay close to the floor, mainly because I don't know where these Leviathans are. I can't see in front of my face, and I don't know where their patrol points are, so I'm just going to keep my depth quite low. Wow, there's loads of cool stuff under here, man. What's all this? Probably going to get to the limit of what I can explore soon. What are these? Just silver. Keep looking around. We did get everything, I think. Tuba, new recipe.
Plenty of interesting things to find around here, but the local wildlife could be a little too enthusiastic, so I prepared another flare.
There you go, matey. And this should give me the opportunity to scan some stuff, if there's anything to scan. But there might not be. Yeah, there's some conduit crystals that I still haven't found, and I'm not really any the wiser yet where I'm supposed to find them.
On the hunt for conduit crystal, I made my way back around to the alien ruins to see if I could find some. It was dark, and I'd apparently become the main attraction for yet more creatures. These ones drawn to the tadpole itself. They were draining the electricity straight off it, like parasites. But it turned out I could just pluck them off with my hand, which, as a bonus, unlocked a brand new cooking recipe.
Right. I'm going to eat you as well. You want to be lunch? You can be lunch.
But there were too many Geordies to deal with. Time to keep moving.
Let's get out of here.
Then, something new caught my eye, worth a closer look.
What are these things? Oh, man. I've got to avoid all the little electric things. Yeah, what? Oh, look at this. What's that? Oh, a conduit crystal.
Powerful electrical arcs can break down seawater, fuse sand into fulgurites, disable submersible systems.
Go and get the thingy-jibby. Go on, fetch. I'm just getting harassed. Let's get the sonic resonator. Try and get some more conduit crystal. I don't have much room in my inventory. Let's go in here. Let's get all these little electric dudes in there. Right. Well, sadly, look at him just hanging there. I think that's all I'm able to find. It's the only ones I've seen. Okay, well, at least we know what we're looking for now. Wow, and it's dark. I just can't see anything. Is that another one on the floor there? Yes, it is. Let's do the thing. Let's get some conduit crystal. I can hear big scary things. Where are you? Ah, man, they're everywhere now. Oh, look at them all. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wing that over there. Apparently not.
Seek medical attention.
Seek medical attention. Oh, dear.
I headed back to base. Time to heal up, with the electric Geordies putting themselves forward as tribute.
You guys can do for food. I'm going to eat you all. Excellent. Right.
I needed more fiber, and Noah had another message for me.
Okay, what did Noah have to say? Oh, I've got Anita.
Colonist black box detected. A second loss for Anita Gottschall. Partial voice data retrieved.
We hadn't heard from her in a while, and now there was another black box location. off I went once again.
I'm gonna go find some corals to stab. I need more fiber. Can these guys give fiber? Something's got to give fiber. No, some of these are just decorative. That's the only thing that confuses me. What gives fiber? Those don't. Okay, so something else must give. Some kind of coral. What about these? Do these give fiber? Again, it's decorative. Doesn't give anything. Let's keep looking. What about this? Does this give fiber?
The search for fiber turned out trickier than I expected. Plenty of coral and what looked like plant life around, but none of it dropped the fiber I actually needed.
What about these colourful things? Can we get fiber from these? No, it's just decorative. There'll be a very specific coral or creature. Nah, none of this you can. All these plants just you don't seem to be able to collect. This looks like something we could harvest. No, give me fiber.
Defeated on my quest for fiber, I headed back home, only to find something I should have seen much earlier. Again.
What is that? A grow bed? We can make grow beds. Ah, okay, cool. Ah, too bad. I love how this was just outside my base all this time. Ah, never mind. Okay, that changes things a little bit. Right, so what do we actually need?
I could now build a grow bed, and with it, plantables that would give me the resources I actually needed. This was a game changer.
Will this be a bad idea, making it underneath the base? I'm just thinking about giving enough clearance to the tadpole when it launches. Okay, let's make... This should be pretty cool. So what do we actually need to... Oh, why'd you keep doing that? Do you know why? Because my building tool, I keep putting it on the same action slot as my build tool. Build tool needs to go there. Right, macaron sponge. Okay, so there is a bit more we can do here. Right.
I planted an assortment of plants. All I had to do was wait for them to grow. I had already gained this rot sack, which had become the new lab plaything.
There you go, you can live over there, like a little ornament. You can keep Noah company. There you go. Ah, how nice. Anyway.
The fiber grew surprisingly quickly in the grow bed too. This was one of the most exciting discoveries of the day.
Ah, this changes. This changes things. That is so much better. Plus, we can make first aid kits with that fiber as well, so that's a massive win. Should we make some fiber mesh? Fiber mesh. Fiber mesh. Okay, now we can make the improved fins. High-end fins with lightweight fiber construction and adaptive flexation. Fin fast. Fin far. Okay, brilliant. And that will upgrade us a little bit there. Okay. Sweet. So, how much of these... Are these a big upgrade? I have to be honest, sometimes I just can't tell the speed difference. But what we can do is get out the old weight maker. It just doesn't seem to do anything, does it? Is that... It is a little bit faster, but it's almost as fast to just swim about using the flippers. Yeah, look at my designer flippers. Flippy flappy.
If you enjoyed part 2 of this series, drop a like before you go. Videos like this don't tend to do well in the algorithm, so it genuinely helps me to know if people want a part 3. And of course, a big thank you to all my channel members and lab partners. You guys make videos like this possible. You guys are awesome. A big thank you. And with that, goodbye.